What's up, y'all? This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 7, Episode 6, okay? And I'm not trying to mislead y'all. The link to the full episode will be down below in the description box when it is available. If it's not available, it will just say review, but when it is available, I will put it down below in the description box. So go ahead, hit your girl up with a like, because I'm trying to hook y'all up anyways. Be appreciative, okay? I'm not just trying to mislead y'all and trying to make y'all watch my review. I try to hook y'all up with the actual episode. So, go ahead and hit your girl up. Alright, so let's get into it. First off, it's the whole scene with them in Einstein's restaurant, okay? And Nene and Cynthia talking. Nene's talking about how she's so hurt with Cynthia, how Cynthia could just go and act like this perfect angel that she's not, according to Nene, and just act like Nene's such a horrible friend. And Nene gets up from the table. She's like, I will be back. And she goes and cries. She comes back and crying. Everybody's like, oh my gosh. I've never seen her so emotional before. And Phaedra makes, tells Candy, I think we should just let them have a moment. Candy's like, that's a good idea. The rest of them, Kenya and Portia, they all get up from the table. Cynthia and Nene have this big old heart-to-heart. Cynthia's like, well, I didn't take it too well after you called Peter a bitch, and then people would come and tell me, like, how could you let your friend call him a bitch? Like, y'all don't need to be friends and stuff like that. And she was like, I know that you apologized for it and everything, but it just got to me. Okay? And they're crying, and they're out there for a while. Phaedra and Candy and all of them, they're standing outside, and they was like, you know what? I think it's just time to leave. They've been having a moment for a while, and they're not nowhere done. So I think we should just, leave and let them carry on. So Nene's like, look, we went through a lot. I just want to move on. I just want to move on from this. She gets up. She goes to Cynthia. They go and hug it out. Okay, I'm like, yes. Yes. Okay, I want them to, I don't like this tension they have between each other. It just don't feel right. I'd rather for them to be friends. I just do it. I'm not feeling it. I do like it when, it's interesting. We can come on here and talk about the drama, but I do like it when they can, these people can reconcile. I don't want them to be mad at each other. At least be cordial. Alright, so next is Candy. Now, she's at the house, and she gets Skyped in by Mr. Todd, who has been working so hard, and he looks so tired on that damn video. He just came from L.A. to, New York to work on the production of his show. And he talks about how he's up there and, his mom is up there and she's still pissed off about the whole Mama Joy situation with calling her a whore. And Candy's like, oh gosh, like, here we go with this. Like, we just can't, why can't we just let it go and just move past it? And he, starts talking about the Bronx and whatever, and she needs to come up there while he's up there, and he can show her around. She's like, oh gosh, like, I don't want to come up there. And he's like, yeah, we need to, see my mom. We need to have a conversation with her. And she's just like, okay. So, next is Cynthia. Now, Cynthia is trying to tell her husband, Peter, about the whole situation with Nene, and she's like, I was just so anxious because I haven't seen Nene in such a long time. And, I haven't seen her since the reunion. All this has been going on, and we sat there and we had a talk, and he's like, oh Lord, I see you got a little damn smile on your face. What is it about? She was like, well, I kind of think like, we squashed it. I kind of feel like we kind of squashed it. And he's like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious, Cynthia? You sitting here like a little 12-year-old schoolgirl, sitting here smiling and stuff. That's what I was thinking of. Like, she was looking like, you know how you get mad at your boyfriend and y'all break up or whatever, or you think you done with him or whatever, then he comes back and he does something sweet and she's like, oh. But, you know, Peter's like, this woman has sat there, she's, you know, said all kind of things about you, all kind of horrible shit. She said stuff about me, you know, and you can't just let her off like that. Like, she gotta deal with you gotta hold her accountable. She gotta deal with the consequences. You can't just forgive her. Cause she said, okay, let's be friends again. Like, you 12 years old. Are you fucking serious? And I'm like, Peter, no. Okay, I want them to get along. What is the problem, Peter? Like, and for a minute, I was starting to feel like, is that, you know, that stereotypical, they say, Jamaican attitude where they're, you know, not very affectionate and he's not trying to, you know, reconcile. I'm like, really, Peter? No. But then the truth comes out is that Peter says those 6 months Cynthia and Nene wasn't friends, okay? He's been happy. She lost weight. They, you know, been getting along a lot better. You know, she's been happier. She's been giving him plenty of sex. That's what it is. She used to talk to Nene on the phone 10, 15 times a day. I don't know what for. Okay, you do have a man. You do. That was your problem, Cynthia. If you could have found a balance between your man and your friend and your work, okay, he wouldn't feel this way he does. He's like, oh no, Nene's out the picture. I'm getting sex. You cooking. You doing all kind of shit. You happy and shit. I don't want to deal with that. I get where he coming from on that. But I do feel like I want you and Nene to be friends, but maybe not no damn 10, 15 times talking on the phone a day. Are you crazy? What is up with you? I bet you don't even talk to Peter that much. Okay, I feel him on that. On that, I do feel him, okay? You can't be neglecting your husband. Okay, your vows is to him for life, not Nene. You need to find a balance. If you can find a balance and you can keep your husband happy, your job, you know, or your work, your career, and then find some time for you and Nene's friendship, then I'm sure he will be fine with it. Alright? So, next is next is Nene. Now, Nene is at the house talking to Greg about the whole situation with Cynthia and how she doesn't, you know, they squashed it or whatever, but she still, like, she doesn't feel like Cynthia is going to be her bestest friend again because it's so hard. After, you know, you made a mistake with me once, I ain't going to trust you so easily the second time. And I'm like, oh, Nene, like, I get it, but can't you just be a little bit more open? And she's talking about, you know, she basically just going to try to, you stay right there and I watch you from there, basically. So it's going to take her a while to come around to Cynthia. And while she's doing this, she's telling Greg, look, okay, I need you to start taking some vitamin C. We doing all this traveling on these planes and stuff. And I need you to start taking vitamin C so you can have your immune system build up while she's making some tea and stuff. Because I'm not a good nurse. Alright, I'm going to make you this tea and I'm going to keep it moving on to the mall. I'm like, damn, Nene. You're not even going to try to be his nurse. Like, you is his wife. Okay, you can't try to just, make sure he feels good. You just gonna say, deuces, I'm going shopping. Well, damn. So, anyways, Todd and Candy. Candy is now in New York, the Bronx, where Todd is from. And he talking about, I gotta show you around my hood. And she's like, your hood past been gone, okay? Like, you stand up in this damn Manhattan expensive ass hotel. Your hood past been gone, baby. You a little bit more bougie than me. I don't know about that one, Candy. But he goes around he shows her, he takes her to go buy some tins. He like, you know, you gotta get some tins. You gotta get the, you know, the head. You gotta get the whole little Bronx situation down. Be a round-the-way girl standing on the corner sucking a lollipop. I'm like, oh gosh, really? We gonna go back to damn LL? And he started asking, you know, do you think Riley got some tins? Do you think she would like the construction tins? She's like, well, she's got them already, and you know, Riley stays up on all the latest fashion. He's like, man, whatever. So they're enjoying their time around. They walking, getting on the subway. I saw the pictures when they took it a few months ago, whatever. Going on the subway, walking on the stairways through piss and booty and all that kind of shit. You know, Candy's like, I really don't want to be walking through all this nasty shit, but I enjoy it until I have to, you know, meet up with Mama Sharon. So they end up going out to dinner that night and meeting Cynthia, because Cynthia is at New York for, what is it, Fashion Week? What do you call it? Whatever it is. Okay, I'm not into fashion like that. But Fashion Week, she's there with Peter. So they go meet up with Peter and Cynthia. And they're talking about how, you know, how long it's been since Todd and Candy got married. They're like, it's about to be 5 months. You know, it's been crazy. You know, the mother-in-laws don't get along. Todd starts talking about, you know, your mother did sit there and call my mother, you called my father a pimp and called my mother a hoe. And she was like, well, what do you want my mama to do? She gonna say what she gonna say. He's like, well, does that make it right? You know, she's like, well, old people are disrespectful all the time. I can't believe you defending it. I know that's your mama, but that don't make it right, Candy. And he's like, oh, you know, old people is disrespectful all the time, and they gonna say what they gonna want, you know, say, and keep it moving. And he's like, so does that make it right? Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's what he said. She's like, you know, just give me a break. Yeah, give me a break. Candy, I love you, but you cannot give her excuse as old people were disrespectful all the time, okay? You can't say that and then want people to respect her. Let her disrespect everybody and then want people to respect her. It don't work that way. Okay? She can't be disrespecting everybody and everybody just supposed to sit there and take it. Fuck that. Okay? That's just what it is. I love you, Candy, but you look, you can't, you got to be fair on this shit. So, afterwards, after that, oh, before that, you know, Cynthia is out, and she's in New York, of course. And basically, her model friend, this big guy, that's a designer or whatever, wants her to be in the show. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to be opening, or am I going to be closing the show? He's like, look, okay, I know you supermodels, you either want to open or close it, so you get a chance to close it. She's like, okay, that's great. He's like, yeah, you're going to try on these dresses. We're going to get the damn, what do you call it? Whatever it is, the person to take the measurements. We're going to get that person because Cynthia has put on some pounds in that ass. And she's like, what? He was like, yes, honey, you have put on a lot of weight in that ass. And she's like, you know, in Atlanta, I'm considered skinny. Up in New York, I'm definitely a curvy girl. Yeah, I just had this conversation last night. Atlanta is more in favor of the thick girls, okay? And New York, LA, model industry, they want some skinny ass heifers. Alright, so yes, you are considered on the, you know, thicker side, but don't let them, you know, don't let that motherfucker make you feel bad with his fat ass. I can't stand how men sit there and talk about how they want a woman to look or how she needs to be skinny, have a flat stomach, but you fat as hell. Or you got this big ass beer gut and ain't doing a damn thing in the gym, but sitting there watching TV, sitting on the couch watching TV of people or other men in the gym, okay, with your fat ass. I get so sick of You know, that damn hypocritical shit. Anyways, so now she's feeling insecure. She got all these skinny ass models, and she's little thickums, okay? And then she starts to try to walk, and she ain't got to walk right. She ain't been working in a minute, okay? She's walking for a while. He's like, honey, I can't let you be on there looking like, oh, we let her on because she my best friend. I want for it to look like you was the only choice. There was no other choices, okay? So, going to the damn fashion show. Side of Candy is there, even though there's a little tension between them from that night before. They're there to support Cynthia. And they realize, you know, they got to do with their mothers. That ain't really on them. Cynthia's on the runway. She got Peter there, her baby daddy, Mr. Leon. And sitting right next to us. I just love how you got that situation together, Cynthia. I just, kudos on that. But anyways, she's there. She rocked the fashion show. They end up, you know, decide they're going to go party. After that, the next day, Todd and Candy go meet up with Sharon. Sharon gives a big hug, you know. Candy says Sharon hadn't been in damn Atlanta since the wedding. Since she had saw the wedding special of how Candy sat there and lied to her and said that Mama just didn't say nothing about the mama. Okay, she was pissed off. It's a little weird. I wish they could have kind of, even though they already showed the preview since Miss Sharon died, it's a little weird having to talk about this. Cause you don't want to see her in like a bad light. You don't want to see all this drama around her and she just passed away. Like it's crazy, but we gotta talk about it. Most of the show was about Miss Sharon, this episode, so we have to talk about it. They sit down to talk. Ty asks Sharon, when are you gonna come back to Atlanta? And she's like, I ain't finna about to come back down there. I'm not fixing to come back down there anytime soon. And Candy's like, why? She's like, it's a bit stuffy. Candy's like, stuffy? And she was like, yeah, it's starting with your mama and that drama, okay? But with her calling me a damn whore and a prostitute. When you sat here and lied about it, you know, Ken's like, I have nothing to do with that. Well, you sat here and lied about it, okay? He asked you, did she say anything about your mama? And you said nothing. That's a lie. And so automatically, Candy's getting attitude. And Sharon's like, look, your mama, you gonna sit there and call me. I ain't never been a whore or a prostitute. I've done a lot of things in my life, but that I have never been. I've never been a hoe. I've never been a prostitute. Okay, I sit there and I take care of my son. Candy's like, well, look, what the fuck you want me to do, okay? I love my mama. And, you know, she gonna say what she gonna say. Ain't nothing I can do about it. She not gonna apologize. What do you want me to do? I'm like, really, Candy? You gonna sit there and get disrespectful and cuss at her? Okay? The way Todd treats you and your mama did all kind of shit to him. And he's always been respectful to her. You need to show, even though we need to, you know, she's deceased, but at that time, you should have showed her the same respect that Todd has shown your mother. Okay? I was a little disgusted at Candy, and I love me some Candy, but honey, I was not feeling that. But, you know, they start arguing. Mama Sharon's like, look, okay, I'm going to tell you this. You know, I'm going to whoop her ass. And I got backup, too. She's like, you got backup? She's like, yeah, I know they call you aunts the old lady gang. And then, Candy's like, my aunts are not going to tell. She's like, maybe Nora. I don't think Nora will, but I don't know about the other one. Okay, I got backup, too. And don't worry, she got something coming in the mail. What's her address? They was like, what you gonna send her? And, you know, Candy's like, look, I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect mom. You think you're going to jump on my mama? And I'm not going to let that happen. And, you know, what's her name? Sharon was like, I'm not talking about your mama like that. And Ty was like, well, you did just say you was going to whoop her ass. And he's like, you know, Candy's through with it, basically. She's pissed off. But I'm sorry, Candy, this is like kind of your mess. Like, you have to do something about it. I understand now. Joyce said she takes back the things that she said about Miss Sharon now that she's deceased. But, you know, she didn't show because she wanted to be respectful. When, like me and my mama said, she didn't want to get that ass whooped when she got to the funeral because all Sharon's people was gonna be there. They didn't want to get, they didn't want it for it to happen. But I'm glad that Mama Joyce is apologizing now. At least she's not being bitter and mean about it. So from after this, other than this show, this episode, I wouldn't even talk about it. I've seen when Mama Sharon died, Miss Sharon died, people went on Candy's page and some people said their condolences. Some people were like, fuck Mama Joyce, her evil ass. It's like, this is not the time to be sitting there talking about how mean Mama Joyce is. Like, this is about Miss Sharon. Okay, and to be sitting there talking about Mama Joyce is evil and she put this on. I don't believe that, okay? I don't believe that. I do believe that she feels bad. If she doesn't, that's for God to judge her on. Okay? So, if that, we're going to leave it at, you know, current day. We're going to leave it at that Mama Joyce has, you know, taking back all the things that she said about Miss Sharon. She said it wasn't true. She said she was going to send flowers. The funeral was last Saturday. She was going to send flowers to the funeral and just show her respects that way by not showing up because she did not want to cause any tension or anything at the funeral. So we're going to leave it at that. Candy says she loves her mother-in-law, and I do believe that she also had to go through mourning. I also seen people jump on Candy's ass when Mama, you know, Sharon died, talking about how she needs to be there with Todd when she was there with Todd. People were just so disrespectful. Have some respect and know that there's a time and a place for everything, and that was not the time and the place to be jumping on, you know, Candy and her mama when Miss Sharon died, okay? Have some respect. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Next episode gonna seem interesting, okay? For some reason, all the girls are out, including Peter and, I believe Peter and Todd or whatever, and Apollo shows up wanting to talk to Phaedra. So we're gonna get into that next week. If you don't see an episode for last week, thanks to whatever fucking hater that flagged my damn video trying to get rid of it. You know, why would you sit there and do that? I try to hook everybody up with the episodes. So I didn't even understand that. Some people are just hateful. As I gain more success, people are still going to be hateful. But I'm just going to say that. Take care and God bless you. And 1K subscriber gift giveaway, y'all. Must like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all.